Hey friends, it's Sin and I'm back to do another recap and review. This is for 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episodes 16 and 17, and that is the tell-all part 1 and 2. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I skipped last week's episode. Honestly, there was a lot going on. I didn't feel like doing it. And I watched it, and it wasn't like it was the greatest episode anyway, so it was skipped. But let's discuss this episode. Well, these two episodes. My gosh, like this was long. Oh my god, like why is it so long? But we're just going to discuss what happened, right? So I'm gonna start off with Ash and Avery. I'm pretty sure that's who they start with, and we find out that Ash and Avery broke up. I'm glad they didn't belong together. I honestly thought that Avery was gonna be the type of person to just let herself keep getting strung along. But we found out that Avery was like, listen, Ash, I wanna go on a break. You a liar and I don't got time for it. And then Ash was like, oh, you wanna go on a break? Nah, how about we break up? So that's what happens, right? They're kind of a mess. Ash is like, he's really hurt. He just feel like you should really know if you want to be with someone, not want to be on a break. And I can understand that. I really do understand him with that. You don't want somebody to keep breaking up with you and then be like, oh, but we can kind of get back together. Just let it be final and break up. But then he's also crazy thinking that Avery would want to stay with him because he's a liar. But the mess is we found out like the straw. They always say the straw that breaks the camel's back. I can't think of a better term that doesn't harm animals. I need to come with something better than that, okay? The wind that knocked the house of cards over. It's terrible, but I'm not hurting any animals, not even in my sayings. Okay, so we find out that it was because Avery was trying to go on this diet, and Ash was supposed to be keeping up with her. You know how when you dating somebody and y'all do diets together, whatever. He was lying about whatever he was doing. He was not telling the truth, and Avery was like, that's it, I'm done. You're always lying. You're a piece of trash. We know you're a misogynist. Yeah, so I'm breaking up with you. That's really what happened. And Lisa really got the nerve to be butting in, and she like, that's petty, Avery. How you gonna break up with somebody because of a diet? It's just like, mind your business, Lisa, and worry about why you're trash and why you're in a relationship where it's trash. Like, stop worrying about why she broke up with Ash. Like, just stay out of it. Also, you look crazy. So I just thought that Lisa needed to butt out. It was very annoying. Like, don't be popping in, because you're not even giving anything to the conversation. Oh, and I really don't have that much to say about Ash and Avery, but the last thing I'll say about Ash and Avery is, like, after all of this, they're going back and forth saying why they broke up. They start getting a little upset and heated. And then Petty Sean gonna say, so is it true, Avery, that Ash was the best sex you ever had in your life? Like, where's this question coming from? I know the producers probably asked her to say this, but I was just like, oh my God, this is terrible. Now she gotta answer this. And Avery says yes, but I was just like, Petty, you ain't have to bring that up when you know she don't want to be with this man no more. But they brought it up anyway. So that is it with Ash and Avery, because honestly, it was just like a whole bunch of back and forth that didn't mean much besides the fact that they broke up. That's all that really happened. And Avery's makeup looks a little strange. She don't got to get that together. I don't know if she didn't realize what it was going to look like with her camera, but I didn't like it. Yeah, that's what I'll say. I didn't like it. Then it is Ed and Rose. We know Ed and Rose already broke up, and their status is that they are still broken up. Ed tries to claim that Rose was contacting him and trying to get back with him. Rose is saying no, it was Ed trying to get back with her. I believe Rose. I know I like Rose better Ed anyway, but I believe Rose just because Ed, just the faces he was giving and the kind of things that he kept saying, he just seemed really defensive and like he was lying to me. And also we already know from watching the previous episodes that Ed wanted to get back with Rose and he wanted to be with her. So to me, that just seems like he would be the one reaching out. And he kept saying all godly screenshots, look at her looking happy and all of this. But that doesn't mean that she wanted to be with him. She could have been being friendly. And he does say that she asked for Valentine's Day gift. Listen, Rose probably reached back out to Ed so she can get some money or a gift. No shame. Y'all know I don't care if she running for that money. So listen, she want to reach back out to him so that she can get some money. That's her business. But I feel like he was trying to make it seem like Rose was in love with him. And I don't think that she reached out and was just like, yes, I love you, Ed. Take me back, you lying piece of trash. Like, I just don't think that happened. So I didn't believe him. I really didn't. But Rose and Ed section gets a whole mess. Ed is like, yeah, Rose is dating a woman. And he says it like in such a trash way. Like, okay, so she was dating a woman. He tries to like, oh, it's okay. Like, people can date women. No, but you were saying in a trash way. Like, she can date women if she want. Y'all was broken up and she could date whoever she want. And I bet you they was cute together. Unlike with your little creepy self way older than her, you know? Like, just getting on my nerves. So Rose is like, yeah, I was dating a woman, but not anymore. We broke up. So that was that. Then Ed's daughter comes on and she's really sad because Ed was going like, not care about the relationship so he could be Rose. And then she asking Rose questions like, did you even love my father? And this comes into a whole mess. Because Rose is like, yeah, I did. And he's just a liar. He didn't treat me right. He was always trying to embarrass me. And I was like, oh my God. She was like crying. And I was like, why is she crying so much? But then when I realized that she was talking about how he was trying to embarrass her, I understand. This show is broadcast all over, Everybody sees this. It's to the world. And he was on it really, like, being rude. Oh, you should get your STDs. Like, trying to say she had STDs. And you know how people shame people with STDs. Like, people sleep with people. Sometimes people get STDs. But people like to be shameful. Even though I don't even think Rose had STDs. But you know the shame that people associate with it. And even bringing it up is going to be shameful and embarrassing. And he knew what he was doing and he should have never did that. Then saying her breath stink. Saying he shave her legs, he just being garbage. So she was crying. I felt bad for Rose because I like Rose. I don't care. I don't even care if she was trying to scam Ed. I still like Rose. Okay. But his daughter, I feel like, was being out of line at a point, and she's like yelling at Rose. Well, not yelling, but she was just like, "Oh, you're really a liar," and I just like, "Excuse me." Rose the liar? My father only lied about his height. No, sweetheart. Your father did not only lie about his height, he lied about other things, especially about the fact that he wanted to have children. And that is a huge lie. You do not tell that lie before you go see someone. So I was like, sit down, because you're being ridiculous right now. Also, I think that Ed must have a fetish for Asian women, because his daughter looks half Asian, which is adding on to his trashery. Do people say trashery? Now it's a term. Adding on to his trashery. So, yeah. Basically, I was getting on my nerve like he always do. I don't like him. I really don't. And we've got a lot of people like jumping in. So, Darcy's trying to jump in and she's just like, oh, yeah, I didn't like how you treated Rose. And she should be treated like a queen, a princess, and whatever she's saying. So, Darcy jumping in. There's a lot of people jumping in. This is what happened when you got, they do this in tell-alls anyway, but quarantine tell-all, when everybody on the screen and it's a mess, you're going to end up with a jumble mess. People yelling over each other and everything. I'm just like, oh, okay, a lot going on here. But that is it, though, with Rose and Ed. Then it is Yolanda and Williams. No Williams, I should say. Yolanda and No Williams. They bring a private investigator on, and he's just like, yeah, we figured he's from Nigeria. He's scamming, but he's definitely a catfish, and he's not real. And Yolanda's, like, finally admitting that she was kind of in denial. And I'll say, the way she was looking on this reunion, I was in between whether she was actually in denial or whether she knew the truth or just kind of lying to the cameras. I could see definitely on this reunion that she really did believe him. She was really that naive. I was like, okay, no, she's really that naive. Because she's really just like, oh no, I really was in love with him. If he called me today, I wouldn't be able to suppress those feelings. I hope he don't call me, but I would still kind of want to talk to him because I love him. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's just naive and in denial. That's what it is. It's not that she really even knows. I felt like she was kind of like hiding that she might have known just to stay on the show. That was what I was in between. But yeah, I finalized on the lady's naive and delusional. That's all. And I just was like, what was crazy to me is that David was like, remember with scammers and stuff, you never send them money. I'm like, David, no. How you going to tell people never send money when you on a website with Lana and you send her money every time you talk to her because you paying by the minute? That don't even make no sense. These people was on here being ridiculous. They were trying to call out people for the things they do. I just was like, I didn't understand what was happening. I'm like, y'all are crazy. So that was a little weird for me. I'm like, bye, David. You have no business like chiming in on this because you was being scammed. Even if your person wasn't a catfish, you still was being scammed. So no. But besides that, her daughter is there and she just is like, yeah, we told her he was a scammer. And that's really it with Yolanda and No Williams. We're never going to know who Williams is because that's it. They couldn't really find any information. What was funny is that Yolanda did admit that was not a British accent. It sounded more Nigerian. It sounded like Usman. And when she went to call Williams, see if maybe he would answer on a tell-all, he didn't. And Usman was like, oh yeah, make sure my phone don't ring. That was funny. Usman making jokes about him maybe being Williams was pretty funny. Usman was defending Nigerians to the end. He's like, all right, I know people be scamming for the region, but that guy don't sign. He from Nigeria. All Nigerians not scammers. If he was scammer, he wouldn't have stayed. I'm like, yeah, Usman, defend your people. Defend your country. Don't let them tell you they scammers. So that was great. But that's it. You know ain't nothing early going on, Yolanda, because there ain't no Williams. Then it was Tom and Darcy, and just a mess. Like, Tom kept trying to make it seem like he wasn't a bad guy. He kept trying to say like, oh yeah, I did know I was dating somebody else, but I kind of wanted to be with Darcy too. Like, stop lying. You're a liar. Just say I was cheating on Darcy, or like we weren't communicating fully, but I started a whole other relationship while I knew I was still talking to someone. Stop lying. He keeps trying to say like, oh, I went to that dinner in New York so that we could probably figure things out. No, you went to that dinner to break up with her, and you continue in this lie, and it's annoying for everybody to look at. So it was just like ridiculous for him to keep lying, It was getting on my nerves. And like the other people was kind of like, yeah, that's a little shady, Tom. It doesn't make any sense. Just tell the truth. And they asked Shannon, the woman that he was dating, the one he had the pictures with, she was sitting in his lap and everything. She sent a message over to, TLC, and she basically said she did not know that he was with Darcy when they got together. She thought they were broken up. She had no idea he was coming to New York to talk to her. So he was leading people on, and he was trying to make it seem like he wasn't. They're like, okay, so you a two-time hoe. And he just sitting there like, I'm a good guy. No, you're not. You was two-timing people, and they're trying to pretend like you were a good person. We don't have to deal with the lies. And then we find out that he just been talking to everybody. Like, Tom just want to be with someone. He just want to be hanging around all the women. He freaking messaged Avery to oh, you look good. You single. I'm single. Let's get together. Try to get a whole rift between her and Ash, even though they were broken up. He was trying to be like, yeah, see? You see how Avery texted me? Tom trashy. Then apparently he had even freaking text Stephanie saying, oh, I think you hot and we should get together. Like, Tom, just sit down somewhere. There are other women in the world besides the people on 90 Day Fiance before 90 days. You don't really need to find them. He just, why? He probably trying to stay on the show. He trying to find him somebody that's not in England, clearly, because he trying to date Americans so he can be back on 90 Day Fiance. I am convinced that Darcy and Tom both love being on the show and they would prefer to stay on it. So if next season Tom got some new American person here on the show and Darcy got some new person from another country, I will not be surprised at all. But that's it. And I'm terrible, but like Darcy wig, no. We're not standing for it. That wig was, no. As soon as I saw her pop on the screen, I was like, it's not even fully glued down. Okay. You know what? And I kept looking at it. I'm like, but the wig is not fully laid down in the front. Okay. All right, then it's messy Stephanie and Erica. Stephanie's friends came on and one of Erica's friends came on, and like the whole time Stephanie's friends kept yelling at Erica. It was ridiculous. They were like ganging up on her. They just kept yelling and you should have done this and you should have done that. Erica like, I didn't even know everything about her illness. Stephanie didn't tell me everything. Her friend is like, well, you should have done research. No, girl, that's not how it works. You shouldn't have to research everything about somebody. Just because you're in love with them, you want to be with them, doesn't mean you have to research everything. Stephanie should be more forthcoming and should have told her more about her illness and not just said a little bit. And then the other thing is that Stephanie kept saying, I thought Erica knew more about me because I did these videos on YouTube by myself. I did this video on YouTube by myself. You cannot expect people who are dating you to find out all the information about you on YouTube. That is ridiculous. That is not how it works. I know we are in the digital world, but that's not what we do. We don't go, hey, you want to learn about me, girlfriend? Go onto my YouTube and you can watch all my videos and you'll know everything about my life. And that's actually stupid for her to tell her to do too, because Stephanie always says she's not exactly how she is on YouTube. That she's more sexual on YouTube, and that's not really her personality. She's like more carefree on YouTube, and that's not really her personality. She's more uptight. So to ask someone to go on YouTube to find out about you, and also if they did, it would be a lie. It's just like, what? My mind's confused. You're crazy, girl. You cannot tell people to do that. And she really made it seem like that made so much sense. And I'm like, Stephanie, no. Nobody asks people to do that. That's not what you ask of someone. And then Stephanie tried to say that Erica was a narcissist. She's like, you didn't ask nothing about me. You didn't care about me. I just cared about you. And that's why you know nothing about me. She was like going off, yelling, being crazy. Erica started to cry. Erica's like, I never get to have my own voice. Like, it was a whole mess. And Erica was like, a Stephanie claiming the victim again. And I feel like Stephanie does it really well. She claims the victim all the time. And it is annoying. You can't expect people to learn everything about you by having to dig it all out. You have to also be forthcoming. Yes, people should ask you questions, but you should want to, tell people some things. It's just weird, I just thought it was like, what, girl? No. And then Sean asked, like, oh, would y'all be their friends? After yelling at Erica, being ridiculous, Erica crying, and then Stephanie just goes into a calm demeanor. This is why I think she an actor. She goes into a calm demeanor. She's just like, oh, maybe we'll be able to be friends from afar. You just was yelling, having a girl crying and calling her narcissist. And now y'all could be friends from afar? Like, I'm like, is she delusional? So, the girl crazy. So I was just like, this is a hot mess. But yeah, Erica seems like she'll never talk to Stephanie again. And she basically said, no, they won't be friends. She don't want to deal with her. So that's going to be the end of that. Hopefully they don't talk to each other no more, because they really don't need to. Then it's Usman and Lisa. And I actually forgot to bring up that when Yolanda was talking about Williams and everything, that Lisa really is like, oh, I understand these type of scammers, never give them money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what, girl, you getting scammed by Usman? What? How you an expert? That was crazy to me. Because Lisa thinks she's an expert at things, but she's not. So I was just like, oh, okay. And just in case, this is my last video on 90 Day Fiance before 90 Day Season 4, I still hate Lisa. Still hate her. I do. But when they start with them, they went in on Lisa. Ed is just like, oh, you is trash. You was not talking right to Usman ever. You was just being garbage. He like, Usman, run. I thought that was hilarious. Because Lisa is garbage. But I just think it's funny that the people that want to call people out are trash as well. Ed, you're trash. You like to date young women. You're mad rude. And then Lisa is trash, and she likes to date young men, and she's mad rude. And it's funny that they both decide they want to try to call each other out. Like, look in the mirror, you're like the same person, just, what? Y'all are both garbage. So I just was like, okay, him calling out was cracking me up, but I still just like, this doesn't make any sense. And Lisa getting so mad. She's just getting upset at everybody. She's yelling, trying to yell at Usman. She's trying to yell at everybody. She doesn't know how to just shut the mouth a little bit, She just keep going. Nobody wants to hear you, Lisa. Shush. And Sean asks Usman, would he get another wife, since people sometimes will have multiple wives in Nigeria and part of his Hausa culture. So he's like, well, if Lisa can't give me a baby, then I will take another wife. And Lisa really like, oh yeah, and I'll agree with it. And they like, hey, what? You don't even like when he texting people. How you gonna have a whole other wife and be fine with it? Lisa's delusional. She is not going to be happy with that. And he just kept saying, if she can't give me a child, I'm pretty sure Lisa's not bearing any children. Pretty sure Lisa's not having any babies, So he's gonna be getting another wife. What surprised me, y'all? I felt like Usman's whole plan was to get to America, get his career going, and he kind of seemed like he was going that way. But now I feel like he realized how much he hates Lisa and how garbage she is, and she's so annoying. That's like he'd rather get another wife and stay in Nigeria. He said he's not coming to the United States, and he would get another wife, and I think Lisa might move to Nigeria. So this is taking an interesting turn. This is taking an interesting turn. Let me enunciate. Dang, y'all, I don't even know how to talk. This is taking an interesting turn. He was trying to I still think he get money out of her. I'm pretty sure he is. But he actually is not trying to go to America. He's trying to stay in Nigeria. And I think that's good he's going to stay there, because I know his family really wanted him to stay. And you can tell his mother wanted him to stay in Nigeria too. So nice for him to be able to stay with his family and still pull his scam or whatever you're doing. So that is that. But Lisa kept trying to say, oh, if he takes another wife, then it won't be a real wife. It's not recognized in the U.S. Like, she was just saying BS. Because if you're not even moving, if he's not moving to the U.S., you're going to move to Nigeria, yeah, that will be his whole wife. It wouldn't be his wife if he's in the U.S. It wouldn't be recognized, but it'd still be his wife. But you're moving to Nigeria. He's going to have a second wife. And you're not going to be able to deal with it. So I feel like she is way in over her head and she's just being foolish. Trying to say that wouldn't be his wife. It don't even make no sense. Besides that, they were just talking about how Lisa is mad that Usman was talking to someone that's supposedly like a porn star. And they were upset by that. So I'm like, if you're upset that he was in DMs talking to somebody that was like a porn star, how you going to be with another wife? You ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. He said something like, oh, don't hang around prostitutes if you're not a prostitute. What? Like, people say the stupidest stuff. First of all, the umbrella term is a sex worker, number one. Number two, people can hang around whoever they want to hang around. That wouldn't mean that they're also a sex worker. And also, so what? Because people can do whatever they want with their bodies and they can have whatever job they feel like having. Now, I'm done with that little rant, but I was like, excuse me? No. You're not going to be talking about people like that. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth about things you don't know about, Usman. Just shush. Go get your second wife and stay in Nigeria scamming Lisa, as we like you to do. But yeah, that's it with Usman and Lisa. I just think the biggest thing was him saying he gonna stay in Nigeria. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And Lisa agreeing to a second wife. Y'all, this gonna go down in shambles. It's gonna go down in shambles. Then it is David and Lana, and Lana isn't there. David's trying to get in contact with Lana, but it's not working. Ed was just on a I'm gonna call everybody out spree except for his own self. And he's like, you being scammed, David. Why would you be on these sites? These sites scam people, blah, blah, blah. And David's like, I'm not being scammed. I'm not being scammed by Lana. And they're like, okay, is Lana off the sites? No, she's not off the site. She's still talking to her 800 friends. You know, no, she's talking to her 800 boyfriends and she don't care. And they're like, okay, has she used the phone that you got her? And he's like, no, her nails just didn't work with the keyboard. She had a whole smartphone when he went to Ukraine. I saw it. I don't think it was an iPhone. It might have been Android. But, like, the keyboards are not really different. So, why can't she use the phone? Oh, because she's a scammer. And I think he said it, like, really lightly. But he says that she wants him to buy her a computer. That girl just trying to get more stuff out of him. Listen, the man a fool. She gonna probably get it. He just so foolish. And what was cracking me up, these people trying to call people out, is Yolanda like, you're in denial, David. You're in denial. She is scamming you, Yolanda. You shush. You was being scammed for mad long, and now you don't have somebody being scammed? I guess. Trying to spread your knowledge now that you found out that you're not in denial anymore? I suppose, but like, you got the nerve. The nerve to be saying something when you was being scammed by somebody you never even seen. Right? But Sean asks, like, what is their relationship status? And David's just like, we're engaged. We're not together. What? That don't even make no sense, David. Y'all not together. Y'all not together. So she scammed him, and she got herself a whole new phone, and she's still out there talking to people. And David keeps saying, oh, she doesn't get money on being on this website. Yes, she does. She gets money on being on the website, and she likes being on the website. Why are you lying? And why are you in denial? It don't even make no sense. It's so ridiculous. But we do find out that David, he's obsessed with Ukrainian women. He is obsessed. There is something really wrong with him. Like that he really has to date somebody that's Ukrainian. He's been there, he said, over 20 plus times to meet like other women. And that he's talked to at least like 1,000 women over the years on that chat site and spent at least like $300,000. And he wondered why he gets scammed. He been doing this for how long and he still has no one? Has that not shown that this is not working? No? Got it. That makes sense. But that is it. That was everything that happened in the tell-all. You know, tell-alls are kind of like messy. It's just a lot of talking and yelling at each other and recapping what we already know. But yeah, I realized, and I did not realize until I actually went to start filming this video, I realized that Jeffree and Varya weren't there. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Like, I didn't even realize, but like, they weren't even on the show. Is that because Jeffree is crazy and abusive? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't really stay up on like the blogs and know the new information that comes out about people, but I would have to look up and see what's going on with that. But yeah, that is it for my review for 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. And this is for season 4, episodes 16 and 17, Tell All Part 1 and 2. I will start doing recap and reviews for 90 Day Fiance The Other Way season 2. I'm so excited. I love 90 Day Fiance, but my favorite franchise in there is 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. Even though they only had 1 season so far, it is still my favorite. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I love this. So I'm mad happy that it's coming back. and I'm going to try to stay on top and actually do the whole season, start to finish, and get all my recap and reviews in, because I was kind of all over the place with this one. But I only recently started my YouTube channel, so, you know, it was like trial and error, figure my life out, get it together. Hopefully I got it together now, and when I get the recap and reviews for 90 Fiance the other way, I'll have all of them, and I'll be consistent. All right, I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.